I'm just bringing on my guest now because obviously I want to do my intro by myself. All right, so this is episode 2 of the Getting Started podcast. So good morning, everybody. This is episode 2 of the Getting Started podcast, where we talk to new content creators in the early stages of their career. So without further ado, we'll bring on today's guest. Come on, Trix.
Hello.
How you doing? Do you want a hug? I feel like we don't handshake. We hug.
I think we need a hug. We love the hug.
So how are you doing? How's everything going?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm very good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. We just got finished with one of Trixie's videos. She goes live every day, and that's what her channel's about, really. It's mainly just yoga. Is that correct?
It's two things. It's
Yep.
adventures in Thailand,
Yep.
and it's also wellness.
Oh, nice.
And now it's developed more into wellness on the road.
Yeah.
So traveling,
Yeah.
not maybe just Thailand,
No, of
maybe
course.
other places in the future.
So
yeah.
the Good Vibes Thailand name, is it going to be a second channel, or is it just going to change to Good Vibes? Like, do you know what you're going to do?
It might be going into a whole new
Yeah.
atmosphere, but Good Vibes Thailand for right now is perfect.
Oh, good. So your YouTube channel, did it start off as just going live, or like how did the origins of the YouTube channel start? Like, what was the first video you ever made?
Well, I started with just just doing yoga.
Yeah.
And not just, I did yoga, so because I'm a yoga teacher.
Yeah.
And then just started experimenting with it,
Yeah.
and trying different things like we all are.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's
experimentation is the best thing you can get involved into.
Yeah, and then I, sometimes I met people along the way that I talked to on the bus or wherever at a restaurant, and so I mix it up also, but most of it is wellness oriented.
Yeah, but you're obviously very passionate about yoga. That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So where did the yoga journey start? Like, even just from not doing yoga to just stretching out by yourself. Like, how did the yoga journey start?
Yeah, just most of my life I've been doing some type of yoga, just practicing off and on. Yeah, sometimes it would be in for a year I might do Bikram hot yoga.
Yeah.
Go for a year, and then I'd switch it up and go to the gym. So I always had yoga in my life, ebbs and flows, and just switch it up.
Yeah.
So and then once I it was about almost 2019.
Yeah.
I was looking at starting a new chapter in life.
Yeah.
In many different ways, and I just thought, you know what, it's time to be a yoga teacher.
Yeah.
So
was it
I
hard
came to Thailand.
Was it hard to go from that jump from just not student but like a yoga person to a yoga teacher? Like, do you have to get any qualifications or?
Yeah, well, you have to take. Do you want the music off?
That's probably going to do.
Is there any way to turn the music off? Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, good idea. I completely forgot about that.
I'm about ready to do the salsa dancing.
Yeah.
So came to Thailand, and it was I did the intermediate and the beginners course for Bikram.
Yeah.
And then I also did the intermediate course. And then during that time, COVID hit the world.
You're joking.
Yeah, so January 2020 is when it started, and then I ended up staying in Thailand. That's why I'm still here.
So the yoga teacher started in Thailand then? Yes.
Yeah, I just came here for 6 weeks, and then ended up staying here now almost 5 years.
Yeah, that's the things with traveling. Like, you can just go with the only intention of a little holiday or a little break, and just fall in love with places and be like, I like it here. I'm staying here.
Yeah, it felt really good, and I really wanted to work on my own self journey, and then really work on the dive in deep with the yoga practice. So it was a perfect time, and with COVID where it was in the world, I thought I'll stay here in Thailand and work on that.
So were you stuck here because of COVID? Like, was there a way of getting back, or?
There was absolutely. Everybody flew home. There was like 15 people in our class.
Yeah.
And everybody flew to different parts of the world.
Yeah.
And I ended up, I was the only one that stayed. And then it was the best decision I ever made for my life. So I'm very grateful for that decision.
And how long did it take to go from doing yoga practicing with like students in a classroom to the digital level where you're videoing it and like producing it for everyone?
Oh gosh, I dabbled with it a little bit, like a couple, 2-3 years ago. Yeah. And then this last year, I really decided to go to the next level with YouTube and decided, you know what, there's something here. So, yeah. So then, especially now on the 6-week road trip, the Thailand Trixie tour, that's when I decided I'm gonna get really more honed in on doing YouTube as part as the wellness on the road and adventures on the road in Thailand.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Can you remember when you went live for the first time? Like, not when you were taking your YouTube that seriously. Like, can you remember how you felt? Were you nervous, or were you like, oh God,
yeah.
like?
You know, it's I don't get nervous very easily.
No.
I think I went live on I was teaching a yoga class.
Yeah.
And this is like when I was living in Rawai a few years ago.
Yeah.
And and I just put the camera on and then just went from there.
Oh, nice. Do you think anything specific happened to you in your life where you thought, right now I want to make videos? Because I feel like most people don't do it because they're scared of what other people think. But was there like a cluster of moments that happened where you go, right, I'm just going to put myself out there? Or was it just like...
I really have never, I mean, of course, you know, I'm human. I care about what people think.
Yeah,
you know? As I get older, though, I care less.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
You know what I mean?
Not specifically with you, even with me. Like, as I've got older, I just feel like certain people's opinions I don't listen to because I'm like, well, who are you to tell me, sort of thing.
Yeah, you know, you're on your own journey. And
yeah, of course.
To me, it's just like to each his own. And if you don't like the style or what it is, the topic or whatever, you don't have to subscribe or you don't have to
exactly.
It.
Yeah, you can just scroll past it. But
so you know, I think the most important thing is to be authentic. And
definitely.
To be yourself, like you are, Alfie. You're very authentic.
I'm the only Alfie. Yeah, there's only one me.
You're the this Alfie. Look at this Alfie. He's the best. I love this guy. And so we met at the hostel. So I think being authentic is the most important because I think a lot of people are tired of like the fakeness.
Yeah,
like
but I think starting out, it's very hard to be authentic because like you see other YouTubers and you see what works, and I think it's very easy just to try and it's good to get inspiration from them, but I think it's very easy just to try like copy what they did because you see it work. So it's very hard. I think it takes a lot of practice to be authentic. I think I'm ready. I'm in that setting where I can be authentic now because I've made like 20 videos, so I don't feel as nervous when I film. I remember when I first made, I don't know, my first 5 videos, I felt so stiff and awkward, like I'm trying to be someone who I'm not, you know what I mean? But I think it just takes practice to be authentic.
Oh, like, it takes time. Yeah, you're doing, to me, you feel very comfortable.
Yeah.
And then we've gotten to be friends, so that helps. I think you're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't feel, well, it's not scripted. Cause
no, of course.
You actually asked me, do you want me to prep questions? I'm like, no, let's just fly by the seat of our pants.
No, I think that was better, but yeah. Well, when me and Nick did the first one, like I said, it was both our first time. I was like, I'm just going to send you the questions because I don't want to ask you one and you go, oh, I never thought about that. Like, I wanted it to go well, but it's definitely better to be your true, honest answer in the moment, I guess. Yeah. Because I could ask you this when we're not filming and the answer might be different. I think it's better to do it as the camera's there the first time to get that as it comes out authentically.
I think it's really good. Even, you know, and I think also being perfectly imperfect.
Yeah, of course.
That's one of my favorite sayings is to be really okay with making mistakes because that's how you learn and you grow. And don't be afraid and don't apologize. Be unapologetic about it. And you know what? Wear your glasses, okay?
Yeah.
If you want to wear, you know, goofy glasses, and wear goofy glasses and have fun with it.
Yeah, of course. One of my friends told me this is a quote from him. So Brody Corcoran, shout out to you. The man that never made a mistake, never made anything. So that's a good thing. It's a good thing to live by, definitely.
That's a great, and then I think Thomas Edison said, you know, try 1,000 or 1,000,000 times. Don't, and I quote unquote. But like he's like, if you think you've tried, and you're done or whatever, you haven't.
Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
It's something to that effect.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And then hence the light bulb. You know,
yeah, exactly.
What he done like 1,000,000 times he tried, and then he came up with a light bulb.
No, exactly. So with content, obviously, when I was in high school, Instagram came out, and obviously we had Facebook when we were like 13. So it's very normal for like people my age to be used to taking pictures of ourselves and making videos. Before you did YouTube, did you have much experience, like not in the content sense, but just taking pictures of stuff and making videos or anything? Because obviously it was so normal for us to do that. Obviously, with you being a little bit older than me, I'm just wondering.
I'm barely older than you. Come on now. That's cute.
I don't know what to say.
I don't care now. You know, I love taking pictures of myself.
Yeah, of course. No, me too. Like in the most vain and honest way. Sorry, in the most vain and narcissistic way.
I never look at myself ever. Like it's hard for me to look at myself.
Yeah. No, like I said, I before I made my first video, like I was always also like always sharing things on Instagram with me doing backflips off stuff, and so I had a little bit of practice with making videos. It wasn't just like, oh, I want to do yoga and I want to make videos on it, and I just did it out on the first go like you did. I'd already had a little bit of experience of like taking pictures of myself and making videos. That's all I wanted to know, basically.
Yeah, no, I've never been shy, so I guess more than anything, it was about practice. Just continue to keep putting content and trying.
Yeah.
Not giving up, and that's the other hashtag. Never give up. Just keep rolling, you know. And
you've only failed when you've quit, haven't you?
Yeah. I love all these.
I
got another one. Love many, trust few, and know how to paddle your own canoe.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
So you've got quite a few subscribers now. You're on 2.5K, I think, when I last checked.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so excited about that.
When did you start to see your channel like taking off? Because that's a hard amount to get. Like, you know.
Yeah, like, I think it's when I started going on this road trip.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's when I really started seeing the subscribers starting to go. Yeah. And
you were still just doing daily lives of yoga and. That was it. Was that all you've been doing since then?
I worked at a resort for a year, and it was amazing, and it was an incredible experience in Kamala, the Torn Beach Village Resort. It's a beautiful place. Hopefully you get to stay there if you get a chance to go to Phuket. And I started the wellness program there, so I was there for a year. So I started a lot of the content there, and it's a beautiful place to have that content because it's right on the ocean.
Yeah.
So that's really where a lot of the practice came from.
No, just filming from there, yeah.
Yeah.
And can you remember the first video that did well? Was it a live or was it just a random video?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It was probably a live one.
Yeah.
Those usually go, yeah. But quite a few of the shorts have done well.
Yeah.
And they're shorts of like guests where I was at the hotel where I filmed them doing like an ice bath or doing a yoga pose, and then I put it to music and put it to like rock music or something. Not regular yoga music. I put it to like Def Leppard or
Yeah, that's cool.
Metallica
that's cool though. That's unique. I think that's what would do well.
Yeah, just it just feels good.
But I think that's what's the best thing to do. Just simple ideas done well. Just rather than trying to make this complex thing.
Yeah.
One simple thing like an ice bath with, literally just an ice bath with some strangers or an ice bath with some friends, and then just with some little bit of music in the background, and people will be like, oh, cool. And when they see it enough times, they may even follow because it might encourage them to start doing ice baths or whatever. So
that's the hope. That's the hope. This idea is just the fun of this is really, I really truly, like you.
Yeah.
We've talked about that. We love the creative aspect of doing the YouTube. The other amazing, beautiful part is that it's also the wellness part of it is seeing people actually try the head nuts and do the ice bath. And do the yoga. I mean, like our class. It was 3 of you guys. You know, and how many men out there that we had over 1,000 views, and
no, exactly.
And hopefully a lot of people had never tried it, and they did it. They were inspired by seeing you guys do it. Of course.
But you're building a community though, aren't you? You're building a community online and just within the hostel. Like people see that and they just start joining in. So it's definitely a fun thing to just get involved in. And it encourages you. It's contagious.
It's positivity is contagious. And I think people need that more than ever now. And
definitely.
If we can keep that, lift each other up, and you know, I mean, I don't. You know what? That sounds extremely cliche, but it's true. If you lift each other up and keep the good vibes going, that's where it needs to be now, because there's so much, sad people out there. And
definitely.
If we can tap into 1, 2, 100, 1,000 people and help them.
Well, even one, you've made a difference.
Yeah,
so that's
exactly.
That's why it was worthwhile. I'm very fortunate. I've always been a very happy person, so I really understand it. Like, even when bad things happen to me, I seem to keep like a positive smile. So I always want to try and make people who are down or encourage them to be happy. Because like I said, my life, I've been happy, I'd say 90% of my life, honestly. I'm very lucky.
Alfie, you're an easy person to be around. You're a happy dude. I love being around your energy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good to be with you. Yeah.
Yeah. So have you done much collaboration work with your content? Like, I know this is the first time you've worked with someone else who makes videos, but have you ever worked with any other creators or any other live streamers for your YouTube career?
A couple friends that I've done a couple little things, but nothing really major. No, I've just been pretty much solo the whole time.
And
hence, that's why the thumbnails and things like that need some help.
Oh, that's okay. I'll show you after this. I might even film it. I'll show you some little tips because I can make them good and quick. So if I can help you, then that's helping me.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So there's so much to it. You know, and it's an art, really.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know. So it's just work in progress. So you just do what you can do. And then the other part of that is also the balance part, which is one of the things on my road trip that I really have been working hard on for me personally is balancing. And because I'm an all-in personality, so I tend to not know when to put the gate up and like know how to balance. So that's why the yoga has really helped learn, you know, to teach me how to balance better. And it's work in progress all the time.
Yeah.
And then also with that is the traveling on this 6-week road trip is learning to also do the YouTube, but also take in the moment and not worry about if the video is going.
Yeah, definitely.
Put the phone down and talk to somebody and have a cup of coffee.
Yeah. But the problem is it can get addictive. It can just get addictive though. Like,
and I'm good with that. You know, I know all about that. Yeah.
I'm a social butterfly. I will talk to anyone and I find it easy to talk to people, but I've seemed to get in a mode where I want to get my work done. So I don't talk to people. And I know that I don't think people see me in a negative way. They're like, oh, he's so shy or he doesn't talk to anyone. But the amount of times where, like I said, you see me in the hostel, there's loads of things going on and I'm just locked in, editing a video, not talking to anyone. So you can be addictive in that sense where you don't be social, but it's definitely important to get a break from it. Like talk to people. And then when you come back to your computer, you're so much more like, yeah, let's get it done in a happy way rather than fuck, let's get it done in a stressed way. You know what I mean? So you've definitely got to like.
Do you put time limits on your
computer
time when you're editing your YouTube?
Well, I'm still in the early stages of it, but I'm trying to do it faster now. I think the first 15 videos I've made, I've put so much work into them with editing, sound to make sure it's all perfect. But now, since coming to Thailand, it's taken a bit of trial and error trying to do videos that don't work out. But I'm at a point now where I'm just getting them out the door. Like the last podcast I did with Nick, I think that took about 4 hours to edit. But we were messing about with so much stuff. Like I tried to get his camera to work. I could have done that in about 2 hours if it was just me working on it.
Yeah.
If it was just me working on it, I could have done that in about 2 hours. But Nick wanted to use his camera and it just didn't work. But that only took 4 hours to edit and it was a 30-minute video. There's some videos that are like 9 minutes long that have taken me like 16 hours because I'm like, this sound needs to be different. Whoa, the text has got to come on right. Yeah. And it's just too much because I'm not in that point in my career where anyone cares about that. People want to, it's my family and friends who are my audience, so they just want to see me. They don't want to see text drop at the wrong time and they go, oh, what was that? Like, but I don't know. I think because you're producing work for people to see, you can definitely over-criticize yourself to make sure it's too perfect. But I'm in a much healthier state now. Now I've made so many videos, I'm just in the process of getting them out the door. Like this, I'll probably edit this in about 2 hours, I reckon. It's probably not going to take long at all.
That's good. And then it's more natural too.
Yeah, definitely. I think all people are different. And like I said, some people may be in that mindset straight away where they're trying to get them out the door. But I don't know. I feel like I'm quite a creative person. So everything I've tried to produce has always tried to be as my best work and as perfect as possible. But
you think you're a perfectionist?
I think so, yeah. But over time, I've realized it's not sustainable and it's not the way to go for now. Once I get good enough, I can maybe get an editor to sort all that out for me. And I'll just get the videos done and get them edited enough where someone else can perfect it. But yeah, I think starting out, it's very easy to just stress too much about all the little details just because it's your work and you know people are going to be able to view it. So I think that's what it is, because you're putting work out there for people to see. So that's probably why you'd overstress it.
Yeah, it's easy to do that.
And I don't think it's necessary because like I said, you've got 2.5K subs and I don't mean this in like a hurtful way, but you just go live, take the thumbnail on the go and just like smash it together and it gets we got like 1,000 views the last one did.
Yeah, it was 1,100
So it just shows you how easy it is to make. I mean, it takes practice. I don't think anyone can just listen to this podcast and try copy what you've done. Obviously, it takes a bit of time.
There's a million of them that I didn't get hardly any views.
Yeah, of course.
You know, that's one thing. And if those guys are out there like that are doing YouTube or just starting out or maybe you've been doing it for a long time, I think it's really key. Just keep going, you know, I mean, and don't get hung up on, oh, that didn't get enough likes or whatever. There's so many things on many videos that I have on that don't have hardly any likes. Okay. Or you know, I just keep going. And I think a lot of it too is It's being in a good headspace too before you go live.
Yeah.
Is because there's sometimes when I've not been in a good, like, I'm not gonna say not in a good headspace, but just not maybe like not a lot of energy, or I'm tired or something.
Yeah.
And those don't come across. You can see it, you can feel it, you know. So.
But is it still better just to go live anyway to keep up the consistency rather than?
No,
you think it's better not
don't.
to? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'd say really feel it. You know, feel it instinctively to like, all right, this is a good time to go live, and then I think you'll have a lot better.
Yeah.
It'll come out naturally and it'll be more fun for the viewers too.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I understand that.
Yeah, but you know, it's trial and error, and it's being perfectly imperfect, and that's the fun part about it, is that you need to be okay with that, and not everyone's going to be a home run. In fact, a lot of them aren't.
A lot of them aren't going to be home runs now.
No, and so, but that's okay. You can keep on rolling. Yeah,
definitely. Oh man. And because you've obviously got quite a few subscribers now, you've got a bit of a community. Would you say, how is your community? Are they mostly supporting? Because I guess you're at a point now where you can get people who just comment stupid stuff, basically, because it's for everyone to see now, and everyone does see it.
You know, the thing is, I really want to work on.
Do you want to just wait till that's gone past? Yeah, perfect.
I'm going to work on timing on.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Building the community, building the channel with more people that are following you, because I get a lot of new subscribers.
Yeah.
But if you look on my analytics, a lot of the people are not following everyone.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of new people all the time.
Yeah.
So I've got my own stuff that I want to work on that will bring people back more. Regular Joe, So everybody's got their own. Like I hit subscribers, the 1,000 subscribers, very easily. But my thing is getting people to come back and to be regular.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on now.
But I guess that just depends where people are in the world. Because if you go live every day, it might be a silly time in the US where most of your audience is from, or in the UK. Because when I post my videos, I normally do it 12 o'clock here, because that's like 6 p.m. in the UK time. So that might be another thing, just the timings. But you post yours after you're finished, so people can still watch them afterwards, regardless of what time zone they're in.
I used to be caught up in what time to post, what time to go live, and all that. Really? I don't even do that anymore.
You don't think that's necessary?
No, I'm not saying it's not necessary, but I do believe that you go when you go. Like you go when you feel it, and you go when it's just.
That's good advice.
Yeah, because then you overthink it, and then like I did the other day, I was just in the mood to. It was starting to rain. It started to rain right when I walked out. Remember?
Yeah, I saw it.
I had the raincoat, the raincoat condom raincoats, and it was like they look like little colored condoms. They're just little raincoats everybody wears. But anyway, I was in the mood, and I walked out, and it was just really fun, video, because I was in a great mood, and it ended up showing the street of Koh San, and just I met interesting people. So I didn't worry about what time it was. My point is like, don't worry about the time, or when your people are going to be watching, or
is that just for live though? Because I was going to say,
go live.
If you're I think that's perfect for live, because if you're ready to go, you just need to go. You don't need to worry about other people or the settings in your mind.
Just do it.
I guess you just wait. Not that something bad's going to happen, but if you're ready to go, just go. Like, just go. Attack it. Like, I'll wait for this. I'll wait for this to go fast. Right. Oh.
Do you find yourself trying to figure out what time you want to go live, or do you?
I've never gone live. This is the first time I went live was when we did our yoga session.
This is the second. Yeah.
I've got camera confidence though. It's not like someone shows a camera to me, I'm like I stick still. But obviously, I've never gone live. Maybe it's going to be something I do in the future, definitely, because it seems so easy and fun. And it's just, at the end of the day, it's practice. So it's only going to make you better, obviously. But I've never gone live. No, I just do Instagram and YouTube videos and post them at 6 p.m. every day. That's my routine at the moment.
That's good. That's a good routine, though.
Yeah.
And it's working for you.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I think the first measurable amount of success I've had so far is that the Travel While You're Young video that got like 427 views, which is that's the most I've got on any of my videos so far. But it was, like I said, the first video that got dislikes. But I understand the people's view. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're an old person, you don't understand. I filmed that video on a boat, right, a little canoe boat, because I was still nervous about people hearing what I had to say. Like I always, if I walked past people vlogging, I'd put the camera away. So I just thought that I'll do it on the boat so no one can hear me. They can only see me. Because I was so worried about my phone falling in the water, I was just reading my notebook, like the first 3 words and going, okay, you've got to travel while you're young. Your money's losing value. Like, so I had to just do it off the bat. I knew that was, and I couldn't perfect it. Like I knew that if recording this on the boat, getting it perfect is going to take about 20 attempts, and you've only got so much phone battery. So I just thought, we're going to record it as it is and then cut it to absolute bollocks after it's finished. So yeah, that's right. There's a lot of jumps in that video, but that's my video that's done well. And that was probably the easiest video to do. So it just shows you that like how it's not necessarily the one you put the most work into or the one that you think is going to do well will do well. It's just playing the game, I guess, and just seeing what happens.
Just throwing it out there and see, let's see what sticks sometimes. And then find your, like, I've definitely found now experiencing the 6-week road trip. So this was something actually my friend talked about, because you know there's quite a few that I haven't got a lot of views or likes or whatever, and I found that what I think I'm most passionate about is what shows in my videos, and that is like doing planks live, doing like motivational things, like you know, doing a yoga class, or you know, doing an ice bath dunk with people. Those things I get really fired up because I really believe in it and I really love it, and it shows. And I think that's what people are more attracted to anyway. They want they want to see more of that. Versus,
but that's a real human emotion, I think, because I guess if you watch a video of just 6 people having fun doing an ice bath, that might even cheer you up yourself, because you're seeing, it's like you're not there, but you're part of it because you're watching it. So maybe it's just a human emotion, I think, with it being real.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, I definitely agree. It's better because you go live every day. You can't really be fake, can you? You can't put on this fake persona every single day. You've just got to show the true, real you.
I never am fake. I just go with it.
And, exactly.
Yeah, and you know, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
No,
because maybe the content is not that interesting, or
no, of course.
I go too long.
Yeah,
whatever. Talk too much. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it's a busy day for the streets. So you go live pretty much every day. So you must have done over 100 live. Not every day, no?
But quite a few.
So you've done a fair few lives now. What would be your best advice to someone going live for the first time, whether it's yoga, whether it's, I don't know, drawing, what do you think is the best advice for someone going live for the first time?
If you go live for the first time, do something that you really, really love, that you're really comfortable with, that really comes from your heart.
I think that's good advice.
That feels comfortable for you, because then when you're comfortable, it's going to be reflective in your live video too, and talking to the YouTube. And I feel like when I talk to people, I feel like I'm looking at you. I'm talking to a friend, you know, and I feel that way. I truly do.
Yeah.
So it's you gotta feel very comfortable and not be nervous. And just have fun with it, you know. Exactly.
I think I'm going to start going live more after I've seen you, because obviously I just make videos. I'll make videos now and I just try to push them through the door. But it's not that I'm trying to be fake, but you can be fake for a 10-minute video once a week.
If you're nervous or...
No, but like, I just mean with live, there is no fake. You're doing it on the spot and everyone's watching. You can't redo your intro or re-say this, or like just perfect it till you've got each clip right. So I think I'm going to start, just from meeting you, I think I'm going to start going live now. That's really inspired me, because it can just be so simple. I can literally be coming up with an idea for a video while I'm on live, and people will be communicating, oh, you should add this maybe, or try do this. I can go, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And it's just something as simple as that. And at the end of the day, it's practice. You get better. So it's...
Yeah, and then you also engage your followers and your subscribers. Or maybe even they're not a subscriber. Maybe they're just they're chiming in, and sometimes they're not always nice. And so then you can just go back and say, hey, be a good viber. Or, you know, I mean, I've had things that have come up, and you just have to roll with it and not take it personal.
Oh,
and just
no,
have
of
fun
course.
with it, you know.
Now, to be fair, I don't want to get too much of it, but I would love internet hate. Like when I see it, I just think, God, that's such a stupid thing. Like what a waste of time. Like you've even watched the whole video. Not you've watched it and gone, this is boring,
you mean
and
when
skipped
you get
off
somebody,
it.
or you see somebody say
like
something?
When I had people comment on my video, like I said, I didn't make the best point, so it makes sense. But for someone to watch the whole video and not enjoy it, like if I was watching something that was boring, I'd go, this is boring. I'd skip off and never even think about that 15 seconds of video I've watched ever again. For someone to go, this video is absolutely terrible, like it's like, why have you watched the whole thing?
And then to take the time,
write,
it's like you don't have anything better.
Yeah, exactly.
But to be negative, I don't know. I don't get that, but you know, there's people out there. So
of course, man.
That's part of putting yourself out there too.
No, there's always that sense. So obviously I make all my videos on like GoPros, and I use my phone and even my laptop sometimes. Yeah, what's the current setup you're rocking with? Because it's very minimal. It's very it's just an iPhone and a mic, isn't it? And a tripod.
Yeah, this phone it has cracks in it. It's like it's 5 years old.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's very simple. I do all of it myself.
Yeah.
I've had a couple friends help me.
Yeah.
With a few things that I really appreciated their help with it too. That it made a big difference.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful to those friends of mine, John and Mickey. They helped me a lot, and everything else like I've been doing just on my own, especially on this road trip.
Yeah.
Just rolling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And do you do much editing with your videos? Like, have you made? Because I know you mainly go live, but have you done much like video editing, like to produce?
Not that much.
Not really.
Not that much.
Oh, nice.
Some like shorts.
Yeah.
Shorts
of course.
I do.
Yeah.
And sometimes if I'm in that mood to be really creative and put something cool together with music.
Yeah.
Then,
But that can take hours though. Like sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Like it depends how deep you go into it, obviously, but you can spend hours on a 30-second video just because you're just enjoying it.
Oh, it's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain. Yeah. I'm nearly about done anyway.
Rain on me.
Yeah.
Rain on me.
Oh no,
Lady
it's
Gaga.
Okay. I think we're nearly done here anyway. So, right, we'll probably wrap it up here. I think the conversation's gone pretty well.
Sure.
What would be your most valuable advice for someone who is just starting out with content, whether that's live stream, Instagram, TikTok? What do you think is your best advice for someone to hear for the first time?
I think it goes back to being yourself.
Yeah, be as authentic as possible.
And if that means you wear silly, goofy glasses, and if that's your thing, then be your thing. Be you.
Yeah.
And don't apologize. Be unapologetic, and own it, and just have fun with it, and be self-confident, and feel good about yourself, and then it'll shine. You'll shine, and people will either like it or they don't. And so just let it be there. Just be that.
Perfect. Right, well, I think that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. Thanks to everyone for watching. Bring it in. That was good. What's up? I look forward to editing this.
I know. This has really been fun talking to you, Alfie.
Thank you. I'm glad I saw you when you did, because I know you're going to be leaving soon. I was like, I've got to get this done. Like, if I miss this opportunity, it's going to make me, I'm going to be so sad.
No, this is
I
so
really
cool.
appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I learned from you as well.
Thanks for everyone watching.
Alfie. Alfie in the house. And tell people how to find you on YouTube.
My YouTube is ULFIE DAVIES. Ulfulie Davis, travel stuff, life stuff, good content, very entertaining. Thank you very much for watching.
Great guy too. Thanks, guys. Namaste from Bangkok. We'll see you next time. Good VIBES Thailand YouTube channel. All right, bye-bye. Have a great one.
All right. Camera's off.